Remember, knowledge, it ain't free. You gotta pay attention and don't believe the hype.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby.
For some, they say it's the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. For us, it's about potential financial opportunities. Never bring a knife to a gunfight, and make no mistake, big money is up for grabs and this is a fight. Never settle for second best. The Past the Wire annual Kentucky Derby seminar. Nobody does it better. Preparation is key. Be better prepared, delve deeper, stealth. They won't see us coming and they won't know we're there. Money management, ticket structure, pace, all the intangibles, thoroughgraph, everything that matters to make it count, to have that edge. In the end, if things go as planned, it'll be like we stole the money.
Hey, what do you say to everybody? Geo Sette coming at you today on a wonderfully beautiful, delightful day here before the middle of March down the Jersey Shore. Took a nice 3-mile hike today in the park. Beautiful thing when it's 65 degrees, golden sunshine, peacefulness, and, a very strong hint of spring before St. Patrick's Day, which is always like the mark where I know we've made the turn away from the doldrums and the cold and the wind chill factors that present New Yorkers and New Jerseyans every year, results of winter. So we spring ahead with the daylight savings time. We spring ahead with the beauty and the peacefulness and the tranquility of a day. Anyway, from a racing perspective, right, and those of you who have been on board for several Geo Sette full card precise order handicaps, remember the whole purpose, okay? Now, you could be a player if you have subscribed to this. So I know you're making money because, the cards have been something I'm very proud of. Can't win every race, but the full card at Fairgrounds recently, the full card at Oaklawn, and now just recently the full card at Tampa Bay for Tampa Bay Derby Day. Several winners. I'm talking several, not one or two, several on each card. Tampa Bay Derby had 6 winners. Several exactas, triples, doubles, pick 3s, and if you structured tickets right, pick 5s and pick 6s. That's what it all matters. It's the decisions that are made race over race. Now, I'm a full card handicapper and a full card bettor. How many times do I say, or have said, if I handicap a race through and through the way I do things, and you know how I do it by now, but if I take care of my detailed work and come up with a conclusion, I'm betting the race. That's who I am. So if you're a full card player, if you're a handicapper, I suggest don't ever let a quality handicap go uncashed. Can't win every race. There's a 12 race card. I don't expect to go 12 for 12. However, if the work's done, every race provides a specific opportunity. And then you could rally and multiply from there. Are there going to be days where you have donuts? Come up with a top 3 or top 4. In my case, if I go very deep in my handicap, a lot has to do with the odds on the board. Remember, I don't reflect upon any morning lines, but I recognize what's an overlay or an underlay in my thoughts. But if I have a race where I go 6 deep and the winner comes off a horse who I eliminated, it just happens. There are different contributing factors why that happens. I'd be a billionaire if I was stone cold accurate my top 3 every single race. But I know over a period of a full card, because I trust my work, I know I'm going to have hits and scores. And ultimately, the benchmark, how you approach this game, is how you're doing. Are you making money or you're not making money? Now, if you're not making money, could be ticket structure. It could be that your wedding opportunities get by you, or it could be flat out that you're not really handicapping well, or B, you don't have the experience to do so, or C, if you're taking the advice of another party, like those who follow Mr. Sette, then you got to stick to the script. So there are people in this game who don't have the years behind them through and through. And you don't even know, I don't want to sound redundant. You know the details of all the contributing factors to a quality handicap, all right? There are people like me who have 45 plus years experience, and there are people who are just starting out, or people who are doing it 10, 12, 15 years, but they've been losing for 15 years. Then you got people that I have great respect for. They handicap, they do a good job, and they just want a reference from another party to see if their evaluation or their final handicap matches one to somebody like myself who's extremely seasoned in the game. We all have choices. It's a choice that you make on race day, okay? There are some people that follow me and value my opinion, but they choose 3, 4, 5 races or just 2 races from a full card, all right? That's their choice because they're not interested in betting the undercard. They're not interested in the early double or the maiden special race. You know, hey, if those races pop, but another race doesn't, and that's the race you choose, it's all choices you make when you're a player for a full card race day. I know people that they choose 1 or 2 races where they hit it hard and they don't play anything else during the day. That's their choice. I like moving forward. I like playing my pick 5. I like playing within that pick 5 sequence. I like playing a pick 3 or a double with my strongest connecting 2 races. It's all about managing your capital and moving forward. Are you going to have days where you get wiped out? The nature of the beast, because there are so many ways to lose and there's only a couple ways to win. We know all the things that happen: bad breaks, blocked, steadied, the other stuff that happens with the controlled CAWs and circumstances beyond our control. But reading the board, making plays, and managing your capital, essentially important, We can't control the odds. Another thing, one thing with Tampa card, there were 6 winners in 12 races on top. Now people will say, okay, well, 4 of them were chalk. Nothing's chalk to me. Who I land on, if I choose a horse that's eventually the favorite, then I'm saying to myself that I can't get past the favorite. I like him. So he's going to be my key and my super, my triple, and my exacta. So it's not so much, it's not taking chalk. I don't just take the favorite. Some people do that. Some people like taking favorites and they win 33% of the time. No. If I have a race that I cap, especially if it's a grade 1, grade 2, or grade 3, high profile race, if I'm shorting horses who are the favorites, then I'm presenting myself with a nice opportunity for myself, because I don't like the horses that are going to be the public's choice. But if I land on a horse that coincidentally the public is embracing as well, whether he's 6-5, 7-5, or 3-5, if I couldn't get past him, then that's how I move. But I'm in a different situation. I value my opinion more than anything. Do I look at others as a reference? Maybe I missed something? Absolutely, because I'm not perfect. And then you got to deal with all the other contributing factors. Bad trips, jockey error, track condition, so many different, the campaign. Are they in the right race at the right time? Listen, this as a horse player, that's what we deal with. How often you play is very paramount, important. But it depends how much work you put into it. Again, there's people on a Saturday, they bounce around from, right now in the spring, they go to Oaklawn, they go to Fairgrounds, they go to Aqueduct, they go to Tampa, they go to Gulfstream. They're bouncing all over the place. How do they even know what's going on? As much as I am a very in-depth, detail-oriented guy, if I do all my work, there's only so many hours in my day or night because I work full-time too. So I can't possibly be as effective if I'm spreading to 4 or 5 tracks. Now, if your race day is not a full card at one track, and you say, you know what, I want to bet the grade 1 at St. Anita, the grade 1 at Gulfstream, the grade 1 at Tampa, and manage your day that way, sure. That's what you do. You hit those races hard. But if you're going to be playing pick 5s, pick 3s, doubles, obviously you need other races. Depends on the gimmicks you choose. Just sharing, look, I took a nice 3-mile hike. I'm going to post this. Any questions, send me a text, message, comment, and let's go get them. But believe, if you're a handicapper, there's different ranges of handicaps. There are people that are brand new and they just simply don't know enough about the sport to, be razor sharp. But if you're doing this 5, 8, 10, 12, 15 years, you could sharpen your saw. Somebody like me, who's doing it 45 years, and I've seen everything, obviously I never deviate from my opinion first, but I make observations, I see things, and there are some people in the industry who I'll listen to, and maybe I miss something that they recognize. So if you're one that follows me, you have to determine where you are in your horse playing career, how much knowledge that you have. Trust your own opinion, but gather pearls where you can, all right? But only the individual knows precisely where they are. Do they like the assistance? Do they want to subscribe to someone's detailed handicap? In my case, a very lengthy, precise order, win probability handicap. It's your choice. If you just want to find a diamond in 1 or 2 races during the day, you could listen to my full card and just play 1 or 2 races. Mr. Sette does not allow any of his work to materialize and win and go uncashed. That's who I am, because I'm confident that if I keep going to the window, the benchmark is, am I making money? Am I making the right choices? Are my tickets being structured properly? And of course, you're going to get your bad beats. You go a mile and a 16th, mile and an eighth on a turf and lose by a neck. Think about that. 1,300-pound animal racing at 37 to 40 miles per hour, going a mile and an eighth, and you lose by a nose, neck, or head. You didn't do anything wrong, but you tore up your tickets because it's an unfair sport. And that could be with win, it could be an exacta, it could be a triple, it could be a pick 5. That's part of the game. Those are things that are just embedded in what we do. But consistency lies in the individual or how you approach the game. I hope this video helps. I hope you and your families are doing well. God bless you. God bless your families. And you know what? With the beauty of spring and the tranquility in the air, lots to embrace, okay? I'll see you around on Past the Wire TV, pastthewire.com, and let's go get them.
This is important, so you're going to want to remember it. If you're a cat and you want to become a lion, you're going to have to lose your taste for rats.
Hey, short bag coffee. Put that giddy up in your cup. giddy up in your cup. Sure Bet Coffee.
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up.
There's a lot of ways to handicap a horse race and a lot of ways to bet on it. But nobody that I know does it like Geo Sette and his full card, precise order handicap. Every horse in the race gets a predicted order of finish like only Geo can do, way beyond a deep dive, available exclusively on select days at Past the Wire. Himself, Frankie Dettori. Ciao, Frankie, tutto a posto.
Tutto a posto, yes, that's a good start. So you haven't lost your Italian.
You're watching Past the Wire TV, presented by Am Wager.
Tracking trips at Past the Wire. There is no better time than now to join and ride with this clan. We'll be your second set of expert trained eyes. We ain't gonna buy you a fish. Sure, we'll give you some, but more importantly, we'll show you how to fish and make you a better better. CAWs, sharks in the water, no problem. We'll go against anybody, and we have the track record to prove it. Big days, big pools, and select days all year long. We'll outplay them all. Looking for an ace? You're in the right place. Want to find that diamond? Be with us. Want to know more? Just ask a member or visit us at pastthewire.com and check out the Tracking Trips page. Nobody does it better.
And here's Tama in the final stages. The Santa Anita Derby goes to Tama. It's Tama, absolutely terrific, winning Malibu by 4 widening lengths.
Past the Wire TV, your #1 source for horse racing news and interviews, handicapping analysis, betting insights, and more. Past the Wire TV covers the biggest races at the best tracks.
Garnet and Luis Saez to win the Belmonte Stakes at Saratoga.
The Grey Wizard is absolutely flying. Champagne won. The Grey Wizard. Oh, it's very close. Leave it to the judge.
Like, share, and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
Blood. That makes you related. Loyalty. That makes you family. Nobody does it better.